So take a look at the direction that the rollers are in. It's helpful to set it in a way that's actually going to create the hairstyle, and that's what makes it easy to think through and to think on your feet because you're heading up. Now this is a short layered look, and we're going to use some hair padding. Right now I'm just taking a tiny dot of a silicone product. Certainly we're going to section away our front area. 2 and 3 are the sides. 4 is the crown and 5 is the back. That is always my updo system sectioning, and then each section becomes unique based on the design, the density, and the hair. So we're going to start here in the back, splitting in 2 and making sure you don't get any of that hair stuck. Like pull it so that all the length you can need is loose. It's going to spray that and secure every little bit. Similar to pinning a French twist seam, you want to get it and lock it in. This is a simple crisscross method in the back that works really well in shorter hair to give you a higher look. Smooth out that little bit of tail right there, and just that's it. You know, section 5 is done. The back is complete. So in section 4, I'm going to split it all apart, getting all those front sections out of the way, because I want to make a well, in a sense, for the padding. So just splitting it all, putting it right in front of that curl, thinking about my shape, and pinning that in. These looks look hard to do, but they really aren't. It's just a matter of placement, smoothing, and bringing everything up. Now we want to make sure we cover the padding and at the same time leave ourselves as much hair in the front and the sides to play with. So just bringing that straight up from on base, and going to do the other side. I'm going to see that I take a split there, just angle it, right? So it's the line is the same shape as the direction I'm going. Just make sure that back is covered and just tucking it right in that roll. And you will see that a lot of the curls will actually work into another curl that's already existing. When you start making a curl with every single little piece, it gets too busy. It loses its elegance. So I'm going to play with shape here. I'm going straight up because this is the vintage look. Just had a couple of different ideas. And again, we're just going to try to keep it very clean because we had the rollers. We have beautiful shape that we can push in. And remember, most of this design is in the front and on the top. So we want all our hair to get into that direction. Because this head has shorter hair, it's not heavy hair, we can get away with just a couple of bobby pins that are going right into the padding. Now you can see I didn't shape that curl. I stole a little bit more hair from the crown and added it into it. So now we have a big, beautiful vintage roll. Try not to get caught up in the piece you're working on and thinking ahead to the full look. If you think, oh, this tail is short and I wish I had more hair. Well, I just went on base and took another nice chunk and added it to the tail. spreading that out and just simply using hairpins because it's very lightweight. So now I'm in the very, very top in section 4, and I'm going to just continue to take pieces. Always want to make sure you have hair left, that you're not using it up too quickly. And we're going to cover up that last little bit. And as you know, most of the vintage looks are the rolls and curls in the very, very front. So we have built a beautiful stacked look, and just continuing to smooth, let those pieces kind of speak to you. Don't force the hair. These are very organic. We're going to just drop that right on top, covering that last bit of netting. And again, I'm going to add that tail right into another curl that you can see. So section 2 on the side had a little curl I didn't put in place yet, and I added another piece to that. So I did kind of the same thing on both sides. Just added pieces from section 4 in the crown to the 2 sides and formed a couple of beautiful rolls. Just looking at our shape, looking where things need to happen. We're going to just drag that curl over just to cover that last bit of padding. And you can always spread out these rolls. And now we're going to work in section 1. So we could leave it loose and messy like that, or we can go full vintage and do some curls. But this is, when you're working with your client, you're going to just discuss how she might feel right there with the section 1. What is the look she's going for? This is not necessarily ever following a photo. This is creating and crafting something vintage, something smooth, something elegant. By going with like a wrap design like this, it's more kind of 60s vintage as opposed to 40s vintage. This is not like after the war. This is more like sexy, more like Audrey Hepburn kind of feel to it. And we see this a lot on Lady Gaga. Again, just cleaning, and I like to let the hair kind of speak to me, just where it's going to fall. You're going to twist it and pinch and pull. That's a little more modern. You could roll it right into a roll. That would be more 40s vintage. And just right where that finger is, that's going to help hold that back. And while you have that silver clip in there, you can shape. So again, I'm just going to add that tail right into the other one. These looks aren't just curl, curl, curl. They're crafted and sculpted so that one curl will go into another curl. And that's what just gives it the elegance and gives it like such a sculptural feel. Thanks for watching.